If you're a filmmaker or inspired to be one, you have to know how to write a script. Whether it be a short film, a feature film, a commercial, or whatever. This is a skill that if you didn't go to film school, you may not know the format and rules behind it. But that all ends today. You don't have to go to film school.
Say what?
Because in this video, I'm gonna break down the elements of a script and how to apply them. Not only that, but I'm also gonna give you guys the ultimate tools to write your screenplays, so make sure you stick around until the end. So with that being said, let's get into it. In 2012, while I did attend an art school, due to certain life situations, I ended up dropping out after only 3 months. Now, why that happened is a story for a different time. The point is, over the last decade, I've had to pick up tips on writing scripts here and there. But for you, it's not gonna take a year, just a few minutes. So the first thing you need to know when it comes to writing a script, that there are elements utilized to structure the script that you use over and over. So as long as you know these elements, you can write a 10-page script or a 100-page script. The length really doesn't matter. You will have the tools to do it either way. Now, the first of these elements are the scene header, also known as the slug line. This part of your script starts each scene and lets your reader know where we're physically at in the story. You start your slug line first with an abbreviation, which will either be INT for interior or EXT for exterior. So if we're on a beach, you'll put EXT. But if we're inside a studio, you'll put INT. And in some cases, you will use INT/EXT, which is used when your character or characters are seen both inside and outside within that scene.
Y'all gonna have food, drink, music? Or y'all gonna be playing?
Something. Cards, dice, even got a roulette.
So if my character's seen moving from inside to outside or vice versa. Now next to your abbreviation goes the setting, where we are specifically. So if you're at the beach, it goes there. Or if you're at a music studio, put music studio. And you can be specific here if the place is really important. So let's say it's Myrtle Beach or if it's a specific music video. And even if you're in a smaller location within a larger location, you can put that as well. After your setting, then you'll add a dash and clarify the time of day, whether that be day or night, morning, dusk, dawn, however you want to tell the reader what time it is so they can visualize it. And that pretty much sums up your scene heading or slug line, which is most times followed by your next element, the action line. Now the action line is pretty self-explanatory. This is where you explain what is happening in your scene. What exactly are we seeing happen? What are the people doing? Seems pretty simple, right? But there are a couple of nuances that people just don't start out knowing. For instance, in most cases, your character will be first introduced within the action element of a script. When you first introduce a character for the first time, you should write it in all caps to alert everyone, the readers, a character is being introduced. Side note, some writers also capitalize important sounds, props, or visuals. Following the introduction of the character in parentheses, you should add their age or age range because this is a great note for casting purposes. Now the next elements are most people's favorite, and that is the character line and the dialogue line. The character line is where the name of your character that is about to speak goes. John Jacob Jinkenheimer Schmidt. John Jacob Jinkenheimer Schmidt. Y'all remember that? Now your character will be in all caps. Now a couple of quick add-ons is OS and VO. You put these in parentheses beside your character name if you want to have the character not seen speaking in that moment or if it's a voiceover.
Your lunch should be better than that. Ooh, Pepsi.
And now what that character says is the element under character, which is your dialogue. Well, that is unless you add the way the person is saying what they're saying. If they're whispering it, screaming it, whatever that is called your parenthetical. However you say that word, I don't know how to say it. It goes in between the character and dialogue in parentheses and is written in italics. Oh yeah, and one that I almost totally forgot about because I literally just learned this one. That is when you have a character's dialogue broken up by an action, when you start their dialogue again, you want to put continued in parentheses beside their name to show that they are continuing speaking. Now, I personally don't fully feel like you need to do that, but that's just my personal opinion. Last but not least, well, it might actually be least, is the transition. It's right aligned to the page and it's more of an editing instruction, usually for the director or the editor. I say it may be least important because most modern scripts actually avoid them unless it's really crucial to the story. And that's pretty much all of the elements. Now, these may feel like a lot to remember, which is why I want to give you the perfect tool to completely streamline this writing process for you so you can focus on the most important thing, and that is creatively telling the story. You don't need to be worried about the format, the structure, the elements. You just need to be able to write and go. But before I tell you about this sick tool, if you've enjoyed this content and would love to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified of my upcoming videos. It helps me continue to bring content like this as well as reviews and giveaways. Now that that's out of the way, Writing a proper script takes not only knowledge of the elements used, but also the margins and formatting elements as well. Which is why if you didn't go to filmmaking school, you need a tool that will do it for you. But most softwares out there cost an arm and a leg, and they're either hard to use or not very reliable. Which is why I created the new app and software, Filmcraft Pro. It's a software where you can write unlimited scripts across all your devices, whether that be on your computer, your tablet, or your phone. Export and save them as a PDF, print them, or email them to your cast and crew. Now, if that ain't dope enough, Filmcraft isn't just a script writing tool, but it's an all-in-one production app that gives you the ability to do all your pre-production in one place. You can create shot lists, storyboards, generate call sheets in seconds, manage your budget, equipment, and collaborate with your crew, whether it be large or small. Now, I've used this app on all of my recent productions, and I've noticed an increase in not only efficiency, but the quality also of my productions. So because of that, I want to let you guys try it out for free. Hit the link in the description and start your trial today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, but I know script writing might not be the only thing that you need to learn about. So go ahead and check out this video that YouTube is recommending.